Christian only RE, which is religious education, is over. Supreme Court drops a huge ruling. Okay, it's all kicking off in Northern Ireland now because something's been announced. And, let's get into this one for you. Hello, everyone. Today's story is pretty big, to be fair. And I think it's going to rattle some feathers. What am I talking about? Well, we're talking about a Supreme Court ruling, a ruling that basically says the way religious education, RE, is taught in Northern Ireland schools, wait for it, is unlawful. If you don't know what unlawful means, it means it's against the law. Yes, unlawful, not needs a tweak, not slightly outdated, straight up not allowed in its current form. This is what has gone to the Supreme Court. Why has it happened? Because it focuses, well, this is what they say, it focuses too much on Christianity and not enough on other beliefs. Now, this changes everything. Schools, parents, teachers, and the whole religious education system. So let's break it down in a way that doesn't make your bloody brain explode, because this is a big one, mate. But we're going to find out a little bit more on what's going on. So stick around, because we're going to find out right now.
Analyzing the news.
There you go. I've got an image in the corner just so you can see that. Can you see it nice and clear? It's basically a typical classroom in Northern Ireland. Most classrooms look like that. Okay, so what we're talking about. So let's explain this and break it down and try to summarize it as simple as it possibly can, because to me, I can't get my head around this world, let alone the news that comes out every bloody day. But this is very real. So the quick summary of what's actually happened, what has happened. So the Supreme Court was asked to look at how RE, religious education, is taught in Northern Ireland, and what they found was it basically is too Christian. Like Christianity is the main character, everybody else is an extra type of vibe. And the court said this breaches human rights because it doesn't give kids a balanced view of different religious beliefs. Now, on that note, I kind of get that. I do kind of get it, right? For me, as you get older, your mind opens and there's more than one answer. You can be analytical and critical. Critical thinking is good. But when you're a child, you only know what you're being told, aren't you, really? So I sort of get that to an extent, but it's not really about that. There's a lot more to this than meets the eye, really, isn't there? Because this is going to upset a lot of parents. And yes, why wouldn't it? But let me ask you a question. The first thing I want to ask you is, do you think religious education should cover all beliefs, equality, or should it just focus on Christianity and make Christianity still be the main focus? Because when you look at it, Ireland is a Christian country. The United Kingdom is a Christian country, okay? So it's going to upset a lot of people. Some people might not be bothered, but some people will be certainly bothered. But I'm asking you, do you think RE should cover all beliefs equally, or should Christianity still be the main focus? Let me know in the comments, because I really want to find out. So just so you know, there you go. There's this. You can see it there on the BBC website. It says, as it happens, family wins appeal in UK Supreme Court over religious education. You can see it under the summary. It says, a Christian-focused religious education, RE, taught in schools in Northern Ireland is unlawful. The Supreme Court has ruled. Okay, right, we're going to get into this a lot more just so it's a lot clearer for you to understand exactly what's going on. So why did this even went to court? Why did it go to court? I don't get it, but you're going to get it. You're going to find out. You see, This whole thing started when a family complained. One family. They complained and they said that their child was being taught religious education that was basically all Christian, and they didn't want that. Now, the thing is, as far as I understand, you have Catholic schools and you have Christian schools. And some schools in England, you have to be baptized to actually attend the school. And that's sort of always been the way. But this is because a family says that they don't want their child to be taught just Christianity. Which is fair enough, but the argument is, well, it's a Christian school. If you don't want that, do you not just take him to another school? I don't know. What do you think? Now, they argued that the school system wasn't fair or balanced. The judges looked at it and basically went, yeah, that's right, actually. Fair point. And in a way, I kind of get it, and I do get it. But it's not about what I get. I'm only presenting what's being put out there. Because again, this is going to upset a lot of people, and I can see why. I really can. But I want to know, if you were a parent, would this ruling bother you? Or would it make you relieved? Would you think, well, fair enough. Children should be open-minded. They can choose whatever religion they like. But then if you've got parents who would die-hard Christians and they want to instill them beliefs into their children, then have they not got the right to do that? I don't know. What do you think? So what the court actually said is, the court ruled that the NI system, which is like the national curriculum, pushes Christianity teaching too heavily. It doesn't give equal space for other religions. It doesn't include non-religious worldwide views fairly. It's not compatible with human rights laws either. And that's a lot, basically. And the judge says you can't teach kids about religion like it's still the 1950s. And I get it. Like I said, I get it from both sides. But again, it's going to upset a lot of people. But what do you think? What do you think about RE in schools? Is it outdated? Is it too general? Let me know the thoughts. Should they change it? It's like me. My mum was a Christian, so I kind of am a Christian. I don't know. But it was instilled into me, the values, the belief systems, like most people in the UK. So you naturally adopt what you've been taught. But if I went to a school and it taught all different religions, would that have been more of a positive experience? It's hard to say, innit? Because it didn't happen. But that's what they're looking to do now. They're looking to change it. So what does this mean for schools? So now schools in Northern Ireland might have to change the RE curriculum. They need to add more non-Christian religions, add non-religious beliefs like atheism and Hinduism. So they've got to bring that into it as well. So you're going to teach it, if you believe in Jesus, tell you all about Jesus. But if you don't believe, if you're an atheist, you don't believe anything, we're going to show you the science not to believe it. So that's a contradiction, isn't it? But again, what is it you're trying to teach them? Or you're trying to get the kids to teach themselves by giving them lots of different options, and they can choose whichever they want. But teachers now will have to train teachers differently. They'll have to literally rewrite the materials and the books, because all the textbooks and things like that are all based on Christianity. And it's a big job. Schools are probably sweating right now. And yeah, I can understand why. Again, like I say, I get it. I do get it. But what do you think? Will schools actually change things quickly or drag it out for years? But it's gone to the Supreme Court now, so they need to do something. Because now, like they say, it's unlawful. In other words, it's illegal. They're breaking the law. I don't know if this is crazy or is this natural progress. But I'm thinking about, what about the parents' rights? One huge part of the ruling says parents shouldn't have to pull their children out of religious education just to avoid Christian teaching, because that makes kids feel singled out. So instead of parents removing kids, schools now have to fix their curriculum so everyone can sit in the same room and learn fairly. And when you look at that, there's a fair point, isn't there? But if you were a parent, or if you are a parent, would you mind your child learning out of all religions or just one? What are your thoughts? Put it in the comments, share it. I want to know. Remember, this is a community. We'd like to hear about your opinions and what you think on these matters, because it is very, 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 very important. Because if we don't talk about it, the world will just evolve around us. You don't want that, do you? Because at the end of the day, it's your world, mate. So why does this matter so much? Right, this isn't just about RE. This is about equality, human rights, what kids learn, how schools reflect modern society, whether faith should shape education in 2025 as well. Now, Northern Ireland has this is the thing, it has a very religious history. So this ruling is a massive cultural moment. Cultural. St. Patrick's Day. What's that all about? It's a religious. So they're not doing that now? I don't know. What do you think? What's going on? It's crazy, isn't it? You can't make it up. Like I say, it's there. It's all over the news. You can see it. I'm not making this stuff up. It's all there for you to see. Literally, when I saw this, it literally blew my socks off. But what do you think? Is religion still influencing schools too much today? Have we moved on from that? Are kids really interested in God anymore? Or are they more interested in Fortnite and Minecraft and TikTok and YouTube and Instagram and social media? Some people are happy, some are fuming. And as you can guess, reactions are all over the place. Some people are saying this is a good thing, kids need to learn about all beliefs, and others are saying this is destroying Christian tradition. So there's an argument for both sides, isn't there? And some people are just confused because RE was always a bit of a maze anyway. But again, where do you stand? Do we keep Christian focus or teach all beliefs and equality? There's literally a lot to digest, isn't there? There really is. But again, it's up to you. So Northern Ireland's very complicated background, and it has had for many years. You can talk about religion in Northern Ireland without remembering the history. Now, if you understand about the Catholic schools, the Protestant schools, the separate communities, the big cultural divides. So the fact that the Supreme Court is now stepping in, that's huge. It's like saying it's time to modernise. But not everyone's going to be happy with that. People go to war over religions, especially in Northern Ireland. I remember back in the 90s and the 80s and the IRA and all the terrorist attacks and you don't hear of it now. It's sort of, there's a peace agreement. But when you were alive at that time, it was scary. But do you think this ruling will actually bring communities together? Or is it going to separate them even more than they bloody are now? Like I say, it's all over the news. Don't just take my word for it. Everything I'm telling you today, it's all there. It's very official. Look, you can see it there. The Supreme Court ruled teaching in schools in accordance with the Northern Ireland's Court religious education syllabus did not convey information in an objective, critical, or pluralistic manner, and the amounts to pursuing the aim of indoctrination. Sorry, I'm reading it from the screen. I'm blind as a bat, if you didn't notice. That's why I bloody wear glasses. But you get the gist of it, okay? You sort of see what's going on. So now the government and the education boards have to figure this out, because how they're going to rewrite religious education lessons, how they're going to train the teachers completely differently, how to balance religion and non-religion, how to keep parents happy, because they're not going to be happy, a lot of them, and how to avoid all this without starting a full-on political war. One thing I will say, if they did this as little as 15 years ago, there'd be chaos. But now the world we live in, we're more accepting, aren't we, and things like that. But back then, no chance. This would not be able to happen. But again, the world's changing, isn't it? Very quickly. So good luck to them. They're going to bloody need it, because I've seen some feedback on this, and it's people are pushing back on it. Like I say, this isn't my opinion. This is just the opinion of people who are directly affected by it. So do you think the government will handle this well, or is it going to be chaos? My thoughts, for you to add your reactions, your responses, but this is my thoughts. The ruling is one of those rare moments where law, religion, politics and education all collide, and it's raising massive questions. What should kids be taught? Who decides what's balanced? Should religion even be in schools at all? Are schools keeping up with modern beliefs? And honestly, it's wild that it took a Supreme Court case to deal with this. Now we've got to remember, this was only one family. When I say one family, one man, one woman who made this all happen. Do you think religious education is still useful in schools, or should it just be replaced with philosophy or ethics instead? So yeah, it's mad, innit? It's literally mad. So that's the latest huge story from Northern Ireland, a ruling that could totally reshape the way kids learn about religion. Some people are cheering, some people are angry, and some people are just waiting to see what happens next, because something else is going to happen next. You guarantee that. We know that. Believe me, I do this all the time. I'm always looking at the news so I can share it with you, and I'm never surprised. It seems to be getting worse, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. Seriously, this one is going to be a big debate. So again, should religious education be optional? Should it be removed or completely redesigned? Put it in the comments. Is the ruling a good thing or a bad thing for Northern Ireland? What do you think? And what should religious education actually look like in 2025? Because I'll be reading all the comments, and I like to know what your thoughts are, your opinions, what you think, because what you think matters. And if you don't believe me, it's took two people to complain, and now they've got rid of it. So what happens if you complain or I complain, and we all stand up and say, well, wait a minute, we've got something that we're not happy about? Is that suddenly going to go to the Crown Courts and be overturned? That's the weird thing, isn't it? Very strange it is. Very strange. It's a very strange world we live in. But again, it's an exciting time to be alive, because one thing it is very entertaining, isn't it? Because I've never seen anything like this. When I was a kid, I never watched the news. Even as a young man, I never watched the news. It was only probably the last 6 months I've started watching the news, because I ignored it because it was all negative. It was depressing. I didn't want to hear it. But now I'm like, wait a minute. You've got to find out what's going on. But what you could do, instead of being absorbed by it and just letting it make you ill, just create a separation and read it, look at it again, and then try to make sense of it. In other words, analyze it. And that's what we do here, innit, mate? We analyze the news. So there you go. There's the latest in regards to what's changing in Northern Ireland, and that is certainly going to be very big, and it's going to upset a lot of people, and I can understand why, but I can also understand why people think, well, we live in a modern age now. But either way, you're messing with people's beliefs and faith, and people will die for their beliefs, which we know, so it means obviously a lot to them, and it's a funny one, isn't it? But I'm looking forward to reading all your comments to see what you think, because to me, I don't know what the answer is. But anyway, guys, until next time, take care. I would say God bless, but they'll probably ban that soon, won't they? But whoever your creator is, even if you're an atheist, look after yourself. But don't lean on your own understanding, right? Because we're only human. We can't do it by ourselves, can we? We do need something else to sort of give us faith Yeah, whatever that faith is. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take care.